So you're thinking about moving your entire family to the greater Phoenix area, and you want to know what it really is like to raise a family here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Let me tell you, I've done it myself, family of 5. They've all grown up, and you know what? They all still live here. I'm going to give you the details on what I went through, the differences where I can compare California to raising a family and here in Arizona. Hopefully, you will also feel some of these same benefits that I did when I moved to the greater Phoenix area. Let's break it down for you right after this. Hello, this is Sheryl Willis over at the Real Agent Now group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if this is the first time to our channel, you're going to want to tap that little subscribe button and click that little bell so that you are notified each and every time we release a new video. Look, we are getting dozens of calls every single day and we love it. Look, if you're thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area, you can only get so much information on the internet and watching videos from YouTube. You've got to pick up the phone. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona. All right, so the number one and the biggest reason I love raising a family in the greater Phoenix area is for all the family fun. Whether it is raining or it's 120 degrees in the middle of the summer, or it's the rest of the year when it's absolutely perfect and weather for absolutely everything. There is everything indoors more than you've ever seen anywhere else, and the outdoors for the family fun. It is unbelievable how many things there are in the greater Phoenix area. First of all, if you're looking for indoor activity, I would recommend you check out a website called Trip Buzz. It's Trip B-U-Z-Z. And just going on there and typing in like indoor Scottsdale, not kidding, 124 choices. We know it's hot here a couple months out of the year, and that's of course when the kids are out of school, so they have to keep the kids busy, right? So we're talking everything from like Gravity Extreme, we're talking Crayola Experience in Chandler. We have these indoor little fun parks like Makuto's Island and Rush Extreme. Let me tell you, if you want to talk about like the trampolines, they even have indoor pickleball. I'm not kidding you. Uptown Jungle. There's so many fun things. Bounce Mania, KTR is a big thing, and there's several KTRs. There's another one for littler kids called Giggles, Legoland. I mean, it is endless. When you're talking maybe a little bit older, we're talking indoor rock climbing. We're talking museums like you can't believe. Some of my favorite ones, maybe for the more mature adults, are the Museum of the West and the Musical Instrument Museum. It is so much fun, and I actually brought my kids there and my grandkids, and they loved. You actually get to use these instruments. It was amazing. They had performances. Let me tell you, indoor skydiving is here in Phoenix. We have Top Golf, not one, not two, but 3 different Top Golfs in the greater Phoenix area. We have indoor race cars. We have endless amounts of staycations. Look, you want to go on mini vacation? You don't have to go far at all. Don't forget, Scottsdale and surrounding areas are resort touristy towns. You could do a little vacation in the greater Phoenix area. Took my daughter for Memorial Day. We went floating down the Floaty River. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. We had spa days. I'm telling you, it is endless. So no matter what age your kids are, there is all kinds of indoor activities when the weather is inclement, which by the way, is not very often, right? So when we're talking about when it's not inclement, so wet, which is only 30 days or less a year, or the 2 months that's miserably hot, here's the rest of the year. You can do everything from outdoor activities to swimming, biking, hiking. You can go on the trails, you can go camping, you can go fishing, you can go hunting, you can do a bow and arrow, you can go off-roading, you can go on a pink Jeep tour, you can go on a hot air balloon. You can also go four-wheel driving if you have a four-wheel drive. I'm telling you, you can rent luxury cars and just go drive around the beautiful mountains. I am telling you, it is unbelievable. You want to talk about water sports? We're talking boating, jet skis, we're talking houseboats. We even have a company you can call if you don't have an RV. You can rent an RV. They'll even go and set it up for you, so all you got to do is show up. I am telling you, there is everything you can imagine to be done here in every single budget. We have everything from Uber, resorts, over the top, some of the most world-class locations, venues, activities. We also have a ton of free. Yes, I said free stuff. Here's the thing. When I go to California, you gotta pay for everything. Even when you go park at the National Forest or you're gonna go camp in the National Forest, you gotta pay for all that stuff. You can truly go and use our National Forest, many of them, and many of even the city and park. Now, when I say many, I mean 99%. Like, it is unbelievable what you can do for free with your children. Or if that's not your cup of tea, how about club sports? Everything from basketball to volleyball to baseball to football to soccer. There is massive sports complexes throughout the greater Phoenix area. We also have every major league sport. So if you want to bring up your kid rooting for the home team, I'm telling you, we have football, baseball, basketball. Don't forget, we also have spring training. And even, believe it or not, we have hockey. We have all kinds of theaters, everything from musicals to serious stuff to some pretty cool off-Broadway type of shows. We have churches with so many different programs. I'm telling you, there is a plentiful choices. You can find the right church or the right house of faith for you and your family. The libraries here are insane. They have over-the-top programs and all kinds of after-school programs, not to mention the amazing community centers. I am telling you, there is so much going on. And then when you're talking about the schools have extracurricular activities, everything from software, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. They even have robotics programs, drone programs. I am telling you, even swimming. Let me tell you, every single kid should go to swim lessons here. Private lessons, small groups of only 4 or 5 students is about $100 a month, and that's one class every weekend. You're never gonna not have anything to do with the family, no matter what the age of the kids or the adults are. Number 2, health and safety. I have to tell you, I do miss Kaiser. We don't have that here. We do have a lot of great medical out here, though, I have to tell you, with a large population of retirees, which, believe it or not, we're not overwhelming retirement. We as a community are only about 12% retirement as compared to Florida, which is about 30%, just to kind of give you that perspective. We are more hustling and bustling, growing technology and science and medical kind of community. We're not just a retirement community like so much of Florida is. So that's where there's a little bit of a difference, but we have top world-class medical care here. Even I had a bout with some skin cancer just a few years ago and needed some radiation, and I had choices. I've had clients that were coming in and staying here for an extended period of time to come into treatment for the Mayo Clinic, which has not only 1 but 2 locations here in the greater Phoenix area. Aside from cancer, there's all types of great physicians and medical care here. Safety, we have some of the safest communities in the nation. Town of Gilbert was ranked the 2nd safest city in America. Think about that, guys. In America, thousands of cities, and they were number 2. They are now down to 7. And why there was that change, and I did this on another one of my recent videos, we are just growing. Our population now is over 5 million. It is insane how much we've grown and how much we are going to grow over the next 7 to 10 years. We're slated to be one of the largest job creators in America, especially in the new tech and science quadrants. And we are going to see massive amounts of people moving here. So definitely get a call into us as early as possible. Again, they're expecting 1 million more people over the next 10 years. That's how crazy busy we are going to get. But that's also why Gilbert slipped from 2 to 7. Well, that's still not bad to be ranked number 7 nationally. All right, number 3, education and childcare. Now, I know that if you go online and you just look at Arizona, the public schools, and you see where the ratings are, I'm in agreement with you. There's not that many great public schools, but that's what the difference is. We have a lot of other types of schools that are also still free. They're just not part of the public school system. And honestly, most of those schools, things like ALA, which is an American Leadership Academy, we also have great schools. We also have basis schools. There are so many charter and Montessori schools that don't cost anything, but they don't show up on the public school system, but they still have top-notch ratings. My favorite website is greatschools.org. If you search by city or zip code, you can find yourselves some of the best schools, literally top ranking on a national level, believe it or not, right here in the Phoenix area. And here's the great thing, it's not only in one particular area. When you look at places like Massachusetts, that you do see a lot of very high ranking there, although it's very expensive. Their academic programs are, MIT, right? That's Massachusetts. We have top ranking schools here as well. They're just not public school systems. So you have to do a little bit of research before you come out. That's why you got to give us a call. Now, childcare, I'll tell you, I had more problems in San Jose, California, and that was a while ago, with my childcare. My sister still lives out there, and so does my niece. And I hear about the cost and the challenges because also commute to work is difficult. So do you get the babysitter or daycare by work or by your home, or do you do in-home care? And that's quite expensive in California. Here's the thing, in Arizona, there are so many choices. It is unbelievable. You can get a nanny, like an in-house nanny in your home, where it's kind of a step up above babysitting. So like they'll do like cooking, some cleaning. They're more of like a mother's assistant, a helper. You can get an in-home nanny at about $25 an hour out here. A babysitter that's just basically going to watch your kid, maybe when you go out to the movies, that runs about $15 an hour. You can also do in-home daycare, which is again more of a toddler kind of academic kind of thing. That's going to be about $35 to $50 a day. And you can also send your child to daycare. Let's say you work in the office and you don't want to have your daycare person at the house. Okay, that didn't make sense, but you know what I'm saying. Daycare, about $350 to $500 a week. Preschool, you can pick either part-time, which is half days like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My grandson is in a program right now in one of the top school districts in the Chandler area, and they pay $159 a week. When he gets a little bit older, he's only 2.5. When he gets a little bit older and he goes 5 days a week, it'll be about $250 a week, and that's for a half day. So there's so many affordable options, and with people having a lot more, open schedules where they can go in the middle of the day and maybe work half day from home, or maybe only work a couple of days in the office, etc. There's so many affordable choices here in the greater Phoenix area. My daughter-in-law also told me they just moved into a new neighborhood, and she said that where she used to live didn't have this Facebook group, but now where she lives, there's all kinds of Facebook groups. And then one that the community that she lives in, it's like, hey, I don't know if you guys remember so-and-so's daughter, she's home from college, she'll be here for the summer and she's looking for some babysitting, kind of job throughout the summer. So there's a lot more of that community here in the greater Phoenix area than I've heard really anywhere else in the entire country. All right, number 4. Now, although our prices have gone up quite a bit over the last few years, again, coming in from any of the other larger metropolitan areas, mostly the coastal states. Number 4, I love Arizona for its affordability. And what I mean by that is not just housing, it's the whole picture. Let me tell you, just recently I had a family coming in from Santa Barbara, California, and when we were looking at homes, they said, how does everyone in Arizona have beautiful homes that look like they've been staged and the furniture is like perfect, etc.? And I said, well, most of it's because we're not stretching 50, 60, maybe even 70% of our income for housing. Did you know in New York City, people spend as much as 85% of their income just on housing? Look, I know it's not that bad everywhere, but here people have a lot of extra money as compared to some of these other areas. If you, like for instance, if you work in San Jose, California, the median income there in order to buy a home is like $300,000. If you bought a median price home here in the greater Phoenix area, you only need to make $80,000. So think about that. With 2 incomes, you can afford something significantly higher than the median price. Here's the other thing. There's other costs of living that are significantly lower. Again, Arizona has seen a huge cost of living increase since inflation. It has been crazy everywhere, and I'm feeling it at the grocery store recently. I'll tell you, a bag of chips for $7, that's just plain old silly. I can't wait for this inflation to go away. But overall, I still have a lot more money on the outside of my paycheck, outside of my housing. My car insurance, my daughter drives a BMW. She's still on my car insurance. Every year we compare and we, shop around. Her car insurance on her BMW is only $65. So there's a lot of other savings, not to mention state income tax, only 2.5%. So again, if you're coming from an area that doesn't have state income tax, know that probably our property taxes are significantly lower. But if you are coming from where you have high property taxes and high income tax, you're going to be saving a ton of money here. It's overall, I feel it's very affordable. Again, I still can live the life that I want to live. I'm not living just to travel or just to remodel my home or just to dress myself. I have the ability to live the life that I work hard for. And that is what leads me to my next thing, and that's the socioeconomics. What exactly is socioeconomics? Let me read it for you so you completely follow me. Okay, here we go. Some examples of socioeconomics. It is a combined measure of a person or a family's social and economic position as it relates to others in their community. Some of these examples are income levels within the community. Are they consistent? The kind of education opportunities that exist, are they available to everyone? The employment situation of a community. Is it strong employment? Is there a diverse amount of employment? Like it's not just one thing or another. The safety within a community. I'm in the city of Chandler, and I hate to say this, when I take my pup for a walk, I leave my front door open. I feel so safe in my neighborhood. As a single woman, I'll tell you, that has a ton of weight. And the social support structures of an area. I love the greater Phoenix area. I don't feel like, except for a couple of areas in Scottsdale, I don't feel like it's the Joneses trying to beat the Joneses. I feel like everyone treats everyone the same. I feel like people are open to change, to cultural differences. We are becoming a more diverse city and state. And I just love how kind, how nice, how generous, how wonderful everybody is in the greater Phoenix area. Look, if you guys are thinking of moving to the greater Phoenix area and you have a family, please give us a call. We'd love to talk to you more in detail, find out what part of the greater Phoenix area works best for you based on your needs, your employment, your income, and your child's needs and your budget. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure sharing with you my reasons why I raised my family here in the greater Phoenix area. And like I said, all my children and now my grandchildren all live within a 10-minute drive. And that is honestly the most amazing thing in the entire world. I hope you too can find that happiness, and we'd love to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, or weekends. We got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona.